Hey, I'm Nick Taylor, and I thought I would just talk a little bit about what it was like to make the Nick Gets Sick series, specifically episode 1, the cough syrup. So I had been writing the story for a while, and a couple days before we actually shot it, I talked to my friend Wes Singleton, and I wrote down pretty much the whole outline of the story on a sheet of paper from start to end. And then that ended up being what we shot with. I added a few things in there, just improvising. But for the most part, I just went off of the outline that I wrote while I was talking to Wes on the phone. So then I called my cousin, Iman Scholl, from Orange County, and I asked him if he wanted to come down and help me make it, and I had a role for him. I wanted him to play Aladdin, and he helped me film it. In fact, most of the camera work was done by him because I was on camera, so I needed somebody I could trust behind the camera. And so I would help him set up the shots, and then he would actually shoot them. Pretty much the whole video was shot by him. There are a couple just still tripod scenes, but for the most part, every shot you see, he was behind the camera. He also did the puppeteering for Kermit, and helped me out a couple shots, like the vomiting sequence. He was actually holding the crown, and I was shooting over his shoulder, and then I was squeezing the bottle of fake vomit out. So the hardest scene by far was the Asmodear sequence.
Damn straight.
Where I had to actually animate, an alien flying around my shoulder. And it was just the most time intensive because I don't really know how to do animation. And so I had to start pretty much from scratch. The Asmodear character is based off of a character in The Simpsons that was just a joke. And that was actually based off of the Great Gazoo, which was a character from the Flintstones. Just a Simpsons reference in there. So, a lot of visual effects work went into the video, probably more than you realize. Obviously, there's the alien that I had to animate. There was also, at the end where I vomit, I was spitting up orange juice, which of course is orange. And then in the final shot, because of the cough syrup was red, the bottle that I was squeezing out was filled with the red cough syrup. So I actually had to go through frame by frame, which wasn't that difficult because there were only like 6 or 7 frames, and recolor the orange juice to make it look red. And it turned out really well. You can't even tell in the final product. But yeah, it was a lot of fun making this, and I'm planning on making more. It's always been a dream of mine to get into filmmaking, and I figured what better way than to just start shooting and see where it leads. I expect to learn quite a bit and to hone my skills in, learn what my limitations are. So I'm really looking forward to this series. And, that's it. So stay tuned for episode 2, which will be coming in February 2012. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.